Thank you, friend. So thank you for steaming this shirt. I think if I like shift my weight, it's just gonna be like wrinkle. Hi everybody, and welcome to the Ask Ashley Assist show on ThisIsItTV, where we talk about your business questions, tactical tips and practical takeaways in networking, crazy stories, what bothers me, and all around resources to get you started, finished, done, working through any projects when it comes to your business. Today's topic is on weird coworkers. Thank you very much, Jim Mackenzie, for submitting the most ridiculous question I've ever gotten. I have a weird coworker story. So my very good friend Sarah, she and I both worked at eBay Enterprise. There's this little fly here. God damn, so stupid. I'll kill you. Wow, guys. Yeah, my brain just farted. When I first met her, she was beautiful and wonderful and lovely, and I hated her. I had no interest in becoming her friend. I was super jelly of her entire physique and everything that she was doing. She was successful, she was pretty. One, because I was very insecure, and two, because I didn't really like her personality because I never got a chance to actually get to know her because I'm dumb. One work trip together, and after 5 minutes of having an actual conversation like an adult, not a child, we ended up becoming very good friends, and as you will see here, she was also a bridesmaid at my wedding. So how do you deal with strange and interesting coworkers? One of those weird coworkers is a friend of mine, Jim Mackenzie, who submitted this question. I did not make this up. I am quoting the question. Bernadette keeps trying to have her way with me in the coffee room. And he clearly made this up. Bernie is a large girl, and while I'm not opposed to larger women, I am married and she has a case of halitosis that would choke a rhino. My problem is that she is my boss's sister. Chet is a real wanker. There's a real chance that Chet will bounce me during the next review period. So my question is, do I tell my wife I had to take one for the team, or should I just spare the indignity? All joking aside, when things like family drama and nepotism creep into the workplace, how would one tactfully inquire during the interview process in such a way to identify red flags that would point towards being the case? First of all, Jim, you're the worst. Second of all, thank you for that ridiculous story. You probably won't necessarily see in the interview process. What you might see is the hierarchy within the company, asking what roles and responsibilities everyone has and what the dynamics are. I think being truthful and asking the culture here, how does it work? What do people think about it? And then as you're walking around and talking to different people of the team, ask them what the dynamics are and read their body language. I think it'll give you an opportunity to kind of get those red flags before you walk in. Now, if you don't necessarily see the red flags, or you forget to ask these questions in the interview process, what happens when you're already in that situation? And here's some great tips for that. This is coming from Business in Blue Jeans, How to Survive the Challenges of Working for a Family-Owned Business. Expect conflict and change. In a family-owned business, you can expect that family patterns will be present in the business. In some measure, conflict that erupts at home may very well spur over into the workplace, creating chaos and confusion, which is just my head entirely, for non-family employees. The most efficient way to deal with this challenge is to be prepared for conflict and change. You won't necessarily be able to change it. So if you're someone who's very fluid in the way that you kind of work through issues and you can be kind of flexible, that might be a good environment for you to be in as you handle the ebbs and flows of the culture there. If you find yourself a toxic environment, is this something that you can remain staying in? Is it toxic for you, or is it just a toxic environment in general? I think that you know yourself better, and I think if it was me, I'd probably leave immediately because any kind of toxic environment is toxic and nobody wants to deal with that. Set and maintain boundaries. So maintain those boundaries, stand your ground, and walk through it as positively as you can until it gets too much to take or until you're no longer willing to handle it. Maintain confidentiality. If you're setting expectations as you walk in the door and maintain those boundaries, you could be an advocate for a lot of those people that are working through their family drama. Here are some resources specifically around making sure you're never in that situation where the family drama is toxic in a business environment. Work with local staffing agencies. The two best staffing companies, Human Tech, and the woman who runs it is Jamie Picozzi. And then you've got B Group LLC, which is Stacy Epstein. Reach out to both those ladies if you're looking for a position, who will be able to help you get through the process of that interview, where they can also learn more about the culture before you even get hired. So you're weeding through all of those questions, all of that unknown before you even walk in the door. What bothers me? What bothers me, Jeremy? Oh, everything. My throat hurts. We'll do it live. Oh, for f***'s sake. So when I worked at eBay, everyone would speak in acronyms, and everyone would just say it like they knew what the hell I was talking about. I once, in the middle of like a networking conversation with somebody at an event, they just throw out these acronyms. I'm like, I have no idea what you mean. And then, just to mess with them, I throw in my own acronyms. Acronyms in a polite conversation is stupid. Business units, it's so stupid. Just say the full phrase. Say the full organization title. Like, just don't talk in acronyms. It's like talking in code. It hurts my soul. This Is It TV is Titty. Thank you everybody for watching the Ask Ashley Assist show regarding your business journey, as well as what you're doing and what bothers you and what pet peeves you. Just send me things that I can talk about because I'm running out of content. Make sure you support our sponsor, Sport Fresh. It's the best way to be able to kill all of those odors and bacteria on all of your products, as well as your bags, your shoes, your things like that. It's the best product to use. I'm just gonna keep saying things until you guys cut me off. Make sure you reach out. Sport Fresh. Thanks everybody. See you next week.